Hey everybody, my name is Seth Casteel. I'm the author and photographer of a series of pictures called Underwater Dogs. Me and my friends over at greatergood.org teamed up to create a really cool program called One Picture Saves a Life to improve the image of rescue and adoption through positive photography and marketing. We're teaming up with Barron's or Ingelheim to inspire and educate more people than ever before to save lives. Let's talk about digital SLR cameras. If you'd like to use a DSLR camera for adoption photos, you're going to need to acquire one. Never buy a used camera, always buy brand new. The reason is that used camera might have unforeseen problems and may not work correctly or it may not work at all. So hop online, buy the least expensive brand new DSLR camera, whether it's Canon, whether it's Nikon, whether it's Sony or some other brand. You should only spend a few $100s on the camera. Next, you're going to need a specialty portrait lens. Don't try to use the lens that they sell you at the camera shop. You're going to want to buy a specialty 50mm lens. What this is going to do is this is going to create the fairy tale effect you're looking for adoption photos, where the dog or cat's face is in focus and everything is blurred out. This is a wonderful portrait lens. For Canon, you can buy the 1.8 50mm lens for around $100 to $110. It's a pretty good deal. Now let's talk about setting up your camera for adoption photos. Number one, put the battery in, pretty easy. Number two, put in your compact flash or other memory card to make sure that you can save the pictures. Number three, turn it on. All no-brainers. Number four, select your mode for your camera. We're going to want to choose aperture priority. The reason we choose aperture priority or AV is so we can create that wonderful fairy tale look with the face of the dog or cat in focus and the background is blurred out and looks absolutely amazing. So you want to choose aperture priority for that reason. Once you have the camera in aperture priority, you want to set your aperture. I recommend an aperture of around 1.8. This way, the dog or cat will be in focus, the background will be blurry. Next step, choose your ISO. Click ISO on your camera, turn it to automatic. Boom. Shutter speed will fill in automatically because you're in AV mode. No worries about that. Next step, you want to choose your tracking mode. For Canon, it's called AI Servo. This means if the dog is moving around a little bit, the camera will track your subject and keep your subject in focus. Next step, burst mode. Why take one picture at a time when you can take 20? The more pictures you take, the more likely you're going to have a winning shot. So set your priority there to burst mode. With Canon, it'll say H with several little picture frames. That way, when you hold down the camera, it'll take 10 in a row. Next step, you want to choose your focus point. When you have your dog or your cat that you're photographing, you want to make sure the camera understands where the eyes are of the dog or the cat. The eyes are the most important thing that you need to have in focus. So you're going to set your focus point on the eyes of the dog or the cat. That way, the eyes will always be in focus and everything else will start to blur out. Anybody can take pictures that save lives. You don't have to be a professional photographer, and you don't even need a professional camera or a camera at all. You can utilize your smartphone. Whether it's an iPhone, an Android, or some other brand, your phone has a pretty darn good camera, and each year these cameras are getting better and better and better. A couple things you want to think about. Number one, does your smartphone camera have a portrait mode? It very well might. Portrait mode allows you to achieve that beautiful, whimsical, fairy tale look of that 50mm lens, where you have the dog and cat in focus and the blurry background. So make sure you put the camera on your phone in portrait mode. Number two, you want to put your phone in burst mode, where you're not just taking one picture at a time, you're going to take 20 in a row. Boom, 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 boom. Take 20 pictures, choose the best one. Make sure your flash is off. If the flash is on, your dogs and cats you're photographing might have creepy red eyes, yellow eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, hot pink eyes. We don't want any of that. The best thing about using your phone to take pictures of pets is it's instantaneous. You take the picture, it comes right up, you can edit the picture, and you can upload it immediately from anywhere. Not only can you take pictures with your phone, you can take video. Video is becoming an increasingly important tool to increase adoptions because it's showcasing the behavior and personality of the pets we're working with. You can also utilize slow-mo video. Imagine a puppy that's up for adoption that's just slowly running down the hill towards the camera. I mean, are you kidding me? All of the social media platforms love video content.